Ahoy my hatchlings, and welcome to another episode of Zetacraft, and today I want to work on the interior of this build. Yes, this build is actually going to have an interior, and inside I want to put a storage system for bulk items, a super smelter, and maybe a villager trader. And I think they should fill everything out. I don't know if we're going to get all that done today. I think we might only get half of it done today. But I guess we'll find out exactly how long this is going to take. Hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. But I guess the first thing we need to do is we need to figure out how we're getting in and out of this thing. And I think we might just put, 4 water columns on each of these corners here. Though actually, I think I might want to go here instead. Just go 1 block in further, but then it would mess with the compass pattern. Nah, we'll go here. And that will make it so we can get up and down. I'll need to put something in here, some sort of deck that will be up there with the portals and then stuff to go up and down. And then I'll need to figure out what exactly I'm going to do with this area down here. I had ideas originally of what I would do if I had more time. Because originally I was thinking it would be super cool to... Oh geez, now I need to get out of here. Okay, fly. No, fly. Perfect. Originally I was thinking, if I have the time, it'd be super cool to make like a piston bolt that would take you over to the shopping district. But I don't think I'm gonna have that time, so I might just, I don't know, maybe I'll put some glass layers there or something, do a rainbow effect, or just another blue effect, or maybe just some white fog. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about exactly what I want to do there. But let's go ahead. We need ourselves a whole bunch of materials for making a storage system. We need, comparators, hoppers, a whole bunch of stuff. So let's go ahead and grab those materials real quick. Okay, well, I've gone ahead and gathered myself a bunch of materials. I have some redstone, I have some quartz, I have some glass, I have some more glass. So we can go ahead and actually make ourselves a little thing down here. First, I need to figure out exactly how I'm going to do this. Which means I guess I'm just going to start pillaring up until I get to somewhere in that range, I think is where I want to be. Then maybe I want it a little bit lower and have like stairs go up. I'm not sure exactly. Okay, let's pillar up here first and figure out where exactly we want this to be. Okay, so I actually wound up spending a little bit longer than I had anticipated, and I basically made just this center point for the interior, and honestly, it's very white. Everything is white, but I think it turns out really nice. We have this quartz floor, and then this actually contrasts quite nicely, even though it's all still really light and clean. I feel like this area needs some green. Like we had some leaves in here. I think that'd be really good, but I don't think I want to put that in now. Now, I think what I want to do is I think I just want to start off making 4 big hallways that will basically go stretch down each of these directions, just following this pattern. And from there, I guess I can just stick a storage system on it. But let's go ahead and make the hallway walkway things first, which will just stretch across here. Also, I need to think about lighting these things because this is kind of dark. There's a bat there. Hi there, bat. Yeah, okay, anyway. Pathways, yes, let's do that. Okay, so I've gone ahead and put these things in here. So we have these 4 little walkways that'll go out on each direction. And I think what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and make a storage system. And for that, I got myself a little dark witch pet here. Isn't he? Look, aren't you a good dark witch? Yes, you're such a good dark witch. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Very good dark witch. Oh, jeez! Okay, but let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and build up a storage system here. We'll do that in a time lapse rather than a story time. So let's go. Good news! I'm in a hole without any rockets. Crap. Okay, and end of our Hermitcraft build mode. And look, we now have ourselves like a storage system. And I don't know, this looks pretty nice. This looks pretty okay. It looks a little weird having all these chests facing front ways, but I didn't want to turn them sideways because it would require double the amount of resources, and I didn't want to do that. Also, I'd have to change this area up here, just slide it over a little bit, and I didn't really want to do that either. So, this works fine. This works fine. I'm not sure that I'll actually use this anyway, just because I already have a storage system back in my other base, and I would lose quite a bit of time setting up this storage system, so I might not just actually fill it. And we also have this section over here, which is a whole bunch of storage silos for just additional random storage. This is probably a little bit excessive. And normally you think of storage silos as being pretty tall, and These storage silos are... They're not. They're not at all. But now I have 2 more rooms, and I think we're going to do this all today, actually. So the first one is this one, and I think I want to put a super smelter over here. And then on the other side, I want to put in my villagers. But first, let's go ahead and do the super smelter. So, the nice thing is, on this server, we are allowed to dupe some materials like carpet. So I'm thinking we just have a couple carpet dupers, and then just a row of furnaces on each side. Okay, so I wound up doing more in there than I expected to, but we do have 1/2 of the super smelter done. This is admittedly not a super fantastic super smelter, because it'll cook everything really fast, but then it takes a while to filter everything into here. And for one chest, 9,000 blocks an hour, that's like 12 minutes to fill up the chest, so not the fastest thing, but I was too lazy to build the whole droppers and a water stream. I don't want to deal with it right now, and it doesn't really fit in this area. You know, there's room in the middle here, but then over here at these ends, there's just not a huge amount of room, and there's not a huge amount of room over at the end here. How we get all the stuff together. So I just basically broke it up into 2 super smelters that are each half the size, and just left it at that, and just made my life simpler, I guess. Now I do need to go ahead and I guess I'll get the next one done, and then after that I need to figure out how I get the whole carpet duping thing. I might just see if I can't get Ricky to tell me how to do that, because I've never duplicated carpet. Because I'm a good girl, a good lizard. I don't duplicate things, except TNT. Good news! The super smelters are done. Bad news. You can't really notice it unless you're standing right at the very end. I built this one off, and I don't want to fix it. So I'm going to ignore that, and just pretend it's not there. It's totally fine. It's not off by 1. You'll never notice it. You won't. Nope. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. It's perfect just the way it is. Flawed, just like me and all the rest of us. Yes, that's definitely what we're going for here. It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor that, you know, you can try and make things perfect, but beauty is in the little flaws and asymmetries or something. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna give Ricky a poke and see if he can teach me how to make a carpet duper.
So what's the word?
Bird, I believe, but I'm not entirely certain.
Okay.
So, here's the down.
Hello.
Hi, Ricky. How are you?
Oh, not bad. Yourself?
I'm doing pretty okay. So I got the materials that you told me to get for how we make one of these things. Now, I've never built a duper before because I am a good lizard and I don't dupe things. But we're allowed to dupe on this server, so I'm going to be a not so bad lizard and dupe.
You're not breaking any rules.
No?
You're just taking advantage of the loopholes.
This? Yay, it's duping! Yeah, it is duping.
You did it!
Yay, I did it! I have made a mess! Okay, yep. Cool. Thanks, Ricky. Okay, and thanks to Ricky, well, our super smelter is now completely full, which means this system is now operational. You know, it won't be very fast because of how the collection system works, but it's perfectly suitable for this build. Build. What was the pronunciation? Okay, now there is one more section that I have left to do, and that is this one right here. And this one, I'm really not looking forward to. You know, I was trying to figure out, okay, what can I put in here? You know, I need 4 directions to make things really make sense. And there's only a few things that you really put in a base. You know, you have the storage system, you generally have some sort of super smelter. It's nice to have some sort of, you know, bedroom and map room and other stuff like that, which I don't have in this one, and I guess I could put a bedroom and map room here, but that would look really weird, and this is a much more sterile and industrial build. And the only thing I can think of that would really make sense to go here, except for maybe another super smelter, which I don't really want to build another super smelter. I'm probably already not going to use this one hardly at all, if I do at all, because I can't think of anything else that I'm going to actually need quartz for. So it might just be if I need to smelt some cactus. But the only thing I can think of to put here is villagers. Now if we go all the way back to the very start of the season, I originally started on this island and I was going to build and transform on this island, and, well, plans changed. Plans changed quite a bit. But in this hole here is where I initially started. And, you know, I have a whole bunch of villagers in here. I don't know how many exactly I have, but I have quite a few. And even though at this point I don't think I'm actually really going to need any of these villagers, I think I'll take all these villagers and move them up north into the other build. Just, ugh, I hate villagers. They're so awful. They're the worst. They're the actual worst. But that does mean one thing I should actually do here is we have this nether portal that I've built here. And this nether portal is not hooked up to anything, which means if I go through it, I'll just wind up underneath the roof in the nether, which would be pretty not ideal. So let's just go ahead. I need a flint and steel, and we will go ahead and put one of these up on the roof and actually be able to use this for once, because that would be nice, you know. And hopefully we can make it that, you know, when I come out of the portal, I will naturally be walking out onto here and not down into the hole. That wouldn't be ideal. Okay, so it should be right here. So 1, 2, 5, then boop. 1, 2, 3, 5. Across the top. Grab our magenta, just so we can spawn-proof this. Hopefully this one works. Okay, let's find out. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Now if I go back through. If this doesn't work, I'm going to cry. What? No! 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 Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Why? Why did this work? Why didn't this work? Okay, oh, bother. Okay, okay, I need to get back up. Oh my, oh jeez, okay, oh shoot, do I have blocks to build with? Okay, quartz, I'm building a quartz pillar. Okay, okay, there we go. Okay, that guy's not. Okay, let's just get up into the ceiling. West is the direction I want to go, so. God, it's so hard to see! I wish I could. There's got to be something I can make the brightness of the nether better, because this is so hard to see anything. Broke through into another hole here. Is not ideal. It is easier to see in here though, but we were basically at the bottom. Oh my goodness. Is there platform or anything? Oh, dirt pillar. Dirt pillar. Oh! Okay. Someone's been here before. Please tell me this is a ladder. Please tell me this is a ladder. Yes! It's a ladder! It's a ladder! I've never seen something more beautiful. Okay, so that took us up to Maya's base here. So let's try and go through again. At least we know we're not too far. Did I mess up the math here somehow? Oh, 268 by 130, so this should be close. If we go through. You face the wrong direction, which is annoying. So I'm gonna fall down that. I would just put a platform here. I originally wanted to make like a little gold farm that would just send the piglins down so they wouldn't keep killing themselves. But I might just not do that. Okay, oh yes, thank goodness. We're on the overworld now. Okay, let's go ahead and put this down. Not the overworld, the nether roof. Okay, now I need to figure out what's gonna be the... I guess I could just go straight this way. Oh my... Okay. Nether is finally dealt with, and now I guess I get to enjoy the unending joy that is bringing villagers through the nether. I wonder if it'd be faster to bring them... I mean, that's a fair bit of distance. I don't think I want to set up a big minecart track that would take them through the overworld. I don't think I want to do that, because I think that would... Yeah, because if I did that, I'd have to make a huge track in the overworld. Oh, just... What's going to be the least painful way to do this is the big problem. Why did I do this? I didn't have to do this. You know, I could have just said, like, oh yeah, the interior's done, and just not looked this way. It would have been fine. No one would have cared. But no! And I have a complete interior for once. Okay, whatever. Let's go get the villagers. That was awful. Oh my goodness, that sucked so much. But we finally have done it. We have all the villagers in place. Man, I hate working with villagers so much. We have all the villagers in place. We have our storage system. We have our bulk storage, which really does not actually store all that much more than the normal storage would, but whatever. And we have ourselves 2 relatively small super smelters, because I didn't actually connect them into one larger super smelter. We have done it though. This took so much longer than I expected it to. But we now have ourselves an interior. And you know what? It's kind of nice, actually. I think it's a little sterile. I think it needs like some leaves or just something a little bit more going on. But for this hyper-futuristic look, I think it works pretty okay. And yeah, you know, we have finally finished the interior. This project took so much longer than I expected it would. Like, I did not expect the interior was going to take that long. It took basically the entire week. But, in fairness, I was going to break it up into 2 episodes beforehand, or maybe even 3 episodes, so... yeah. But yes, interior is done. Next time, we can go ahead and add the upper petals, which I am really quite excited about, actually. I think that's going to be really pretty, and I can't wait to see this thing with that. And I'm really excited to get started on actually doing that, rather than moving villagers. You know, with this project, you started off with, you know, it started off pretty okay, where, you know, you're doing, you know, building some storage systems, designing some interiors, everything's all nice and fun. And it just kept going and going and going and going, and it didn't stop. Well, that's not true, because it did finally stop. With that, my hatchlings, I'll see you next time on the next episode of Zetacraft. Bye-bye!